This was our first week back from vacation and everything, and kids back to school and so on. And that means that we're now on the first period of the kids being sick. So of course that happens immediately when they go back to school. So we won't have much time here today before I have to switch places with my wife so she can work also. But I think that we can do what we want to achieve here today, and obviously that is getting the truck up and running. So we're gonna put on the fan, the radiator fan shroud. We're gonna change the oil filter. I got a new short oil filter and air cleaner and so on. That's not gonna take too much time. And then maybe we can have time to pull out the Blazer, park it here, and we can look over it, see what we have to order and whatnot, and make a plan for it. But obviously we need to fix this first, so we're gonna go ahead, bolt some stuff up, and I don't think there will be a problem, but I get back to you if we have. Otherwise we'll probably just bolt everything back together. Got some problems immediately. I tried to remove the filter. I mean, I put on that yesterday with only hand force, but yeah, it's still is sitting like rock solid, and I tried to take my pliers. I didn't want to ruin the filter, but yeah, I poked a hole in it and now it is dripping, and it's gonna be a pain to get this off, but yeah, we have to manage somehow. I'm gonna let the filter drain for a little while, so whilst that is doing that, we can go ahead, put in the radiator and all of the other stuff here, and hopefully by that time that will drain out so we can get it removed and get the other oil filter on. So that's the plan. And here we have the engine basically all done. The only thing we have to do is fix the oil filter and fill in some coolant, which obviously we don't need coolant to start it. We don't need the filter to start it either, but obviously that isn't good. The only small problem I have come across here is that this rubber grommet here has a bigger hole for some reason than my tube, which the old rubber here had a smaller hole. So I just took a piece of the rubber boot here from a spark plug wire and made into an adapter. So now that works great. So yeah, now we can go ahead, fix the oil filter, and then we can start it. After a lot of bad words and headache, we have the oil filter in place, and now we have good clearance here. But there was such a pain to get that oil filter off. I mean, obviously there is some pretty tight with space with everything we have here, but I mean, I have never had an oil filter that have been this hard to remove, and I put it on yesterday. I took some oil on the gasket so that it wouldn't get stuck there, but I don't know, but this is how it turned out before I got it off. But finally we have the new filter on, so now I think we're ready to try and start it, and if it starts we can fill it up with water. So we're ready to try and start it, and I mean, we're taking a functioning engine from a good known car and my father has gone through this engine before. We'll just put it on with my TBI and ignition and so on. So I mean, it should just fire up, but who knows. But yeah, we'll see. There's at least one cylinder is not running on for some reason. So that's really weird, but I guess we have to look into that. So I thought to myself, what the hell have I done wrong here? And since I knew that we were going to do some troubleshooting, I backed it up and filled it up with water. And then I removed the air cleaner. I thought maybe one of the injectors isn't working right, but they seem to be getting fuel. So I went ahead and checked the spark plug wires, and I realized that there were two cylinders that were getting spark, but when I removed them, it didn't make any difference. So obviously the spark was getting wrong. So as I said, there were two of them, and I checked them, and it was 6 and 8. And for some reason, I don't know how, I managed to switch 6 and 8 cylinder. So I switched those back or to where they want to be. And now we can start it up here. and it's running just fine. So that's fantastic. So I'm guessing now it's only the test drive left. I'm gonna let it idle here for a little bit and see if anything happens, but yeah, take it for a test drive. Hopefully everything works as it should. I mean, there shouldn't be a problem, and then we can see if we can have time to do something else here today. We're out here on a test drive and it seems to be running fine. There is something that I can hear at idle, and when I put it in drive, like a sort of small misfire. What this doesn't really want to run super evenly when it's idling, so I'm not sure. But this I mean, we have changed the engine, but it's the same TBI with all of that, and I've had some issues with idling when hot, so I think there are some more things to be done to this. So yeah, I mean, we have just changed the engine. There's a bunch of things around it. Also in the distributor, I sprayed it with some thin oil spray to prevent rust, because my old distributor had rusted shut when I bought this thing, so I have replaced that. So in a hope that it wouldn't seize, or so again I did that, and that might cause some issues with the ignition. I'm not sure, but all in all, it's running. We definitely don't have any more horsepower. Now the service engine soon light came on also. I would rather say that it has less horsepower than it did before, but also I haven't done any. I mean, I put in the distributor and gave it a just base timing. These are supposed to be timed with, you're supposed to remove a connector so that the you can set the distributor at 0, and then when you connect that thing again, the computer is supposed to do all the work. So I'm not really sure, but I have the distributor. My strobe light isn't working at the moment, so we could fiddle with ignition and so on. So I mean, it is running, seems to be running fine. I can use it, and that's the main goal right now. We can do some more troubleshooting, but yeah, I'm really happy that it's running. We'll see if we can do anything more here this afternoon, but other than that, we're done at least with the truck for now. So we'll see if we can have time to do something else. So I drove the truck as you saw in the last clip, and I picked up my son, and then I thought that maybe we would use the truck this weekend, and my bed was full of crap, so I went to the junkyard or whatever it's called and throw it all away. But during that, the service engine soon indicators started to illuminate, and I mean, that's very, very common on the TBI engines, but this one has almost stayed off all the time I've had this truck. Very, very few times it has been lit up, and it started to run bad. It is bogging and has no power and almost can't idle. So I fueled it up thinking maybe it's some fuel issues, but didn't really help. I tried to turn down the ignition. I turned it up, or I mean, I retarded it and I advanced it, and nothing really seemed to help. And on the way home, I just floored it. I thought that we're gonna clear out this thing, and then it just blew up, and it started to be, I can't talk, but there was a big cloud behind the truck, and I thought that maybe I forgot to tighten a hose clamp or something. We blew a hose, nothing major. I was so close to home, so I just drove it home. But this heater core hose has exploded, and I'm gonna say this was brand new when I put it on. I even have the other piece here, and as you can see, I have this sticker on it and everything. It was brand new, and it is heater core hose. Obviously it wasn't good heater core hose, but I mean, it blew on the first drive, so that sucked. And I have the original one that is supposed to be here, but my father on this intake had already changed to a regular fitting for a heater core hose, ones with the thing so that they can slide off. But it's supposed to be this style connector that we have over here, but these are very, very prone to leak, and amazingly mine didn't. So I thought that maybe we can avoid some issues in the future and go with the one that my father had on that intake. But apparently that backfired totally. So I'm not really sure what I am going to do right now with that. I'm going to change that. I'm going to buy another heater core hose. Hope that holds up better. But as it stands right now, I have the truck with a blown hose that I'm not really sure how I'm going to solve right now. And it runs really, really bad. I was hoping I was just gonna put this engine in and be done with it. And as it stands right now, it is worse than when I pulled the engine. So that really, really blows. And I was talking to my son here. We were going to take the Blazer into the garage and start looking over that, some father-son time. But it is raining and my motivation just went through the floor here, because I mean we have to clean the garage, get the El Camino out of the garage in the rain, get the Blazer in the rain, and with that I also think about having the truck here and being broken down. And yeah, that's really sucked all the energy and motivation out of me. So yeah, that sucks. I really thought that I would come over all of my issues here, but I'm at a worse point than I was when we started this. So yeah, that's how it is sometimes, and I'm out of time. I can't do any more here. So unfortunately we have to end it there and keep on working on it on Monday. Now it's starting to rain even more here. So I hope you have a good weekend, and I will see you Monday, and we're gonna start looking into this crap.